Hey guys, Andy here from Coastal Fitness, here to talk to you about the next phase for the performance group. Heading into phase 2 after the open. Mondays, we're still going to be working initially on our snatch progression work. It's still very much lightweight work and positional based. Don't try and be a hero and throw massive weight over your head. We're still working on basics and technique. Over the year, we're going to intensify that, and you'll have your chance to start trying to max out a bit later on. But for now, trust in the process, trust in the coaches and positional work, and then we'll kick on from there. After that, you'll be happy to realize that we're not going to be doing Bulgarian split squats anymore. This is now going to be replaced with our first reintroduction of double leg work, which is going to be front squats. Unfortunately, it's not going to be crazy heavy yet. The way that we're going to work this is that for the next phase, I'm still going to do a lot of work with you guys on positional endurance and technique. So you've got 4 down, 4 up front squats, which is not fun, but this will give you a nice base going to the next phase when we intensify again and either bring down some reps and increase the weight. That's not to say that our single leg work still isn't important. However, what we'll be doing now is we'll be putting it into the back end of the work and probably adding it into our Metcons, as you probably saw on Monday for those that did the workout. So again, just covering again, you're still going to see some high rep ranges. The idea for the next phase is basically postural endurance, and it's going to be intensified by exercise selection. So with our 4x10 deadlifts, it's still a lot of reps, but it's going to be tougher, and you're going to have to add more weight than something like a good morning, for example. Tuesday, you'll be delighted to know that there's not going to be any more giant rowing intervals and just rowing intervals only. It's going to be the reintroduction of mixed modal work. However, it is going to come on the back of our rowing intervals. So for the next 2 weeks, you're still going to be rowing 2Ks based off your time trial pace. And then it's going to be into an AMRAP of certain movements, most of which will probably still be strict. We're trying to stay away from kipping and building, just some endurance and good quality movement and strict movements there. As we move on through the weeks, it's going to be intensified by decreasing the amount of distance that you're rowing and decreasing the amount of time you're doing the AMRAPs, so that intensity will increase in terms of the pace that you guys can move at. On that note though, I want you guys to not race each other. The idea is building up a big aerobic base for the season ahead. If you start trying to chase people and end yourself, you're not training the right energy system. So be sensible, really try and work at 80 to 85%. If you don't understand what that means, ask one of the coaches on the day, and they'll probably explain it in more depth and a little bit better than I can right now. Wednesday, we're moving on to some V-bar dips. Again, this carries on from our behind the neck strict pressing. We're still looking for healthy shoulders, so we're working full range movements. It's going to be full retraction of your scap and full protraction. Very important to keep health and longevity over the season. And we're intensifying our pull-ups by going into pronated work, which is just a little bit more intensity in terms of your scap and lat involvement in that movement, taking away from your biceps. Not really much more else to say there. Stability work will come in your B section now and not be your priority anymore. However, there's still a few of you in the class that I have noticed that do have one arm slightly stronger than the other. For you guys, and I know you know who you are because I've spoken to you already, we're probably going to give you guys some different A work, and you'll move into this as your B section as supplementary work. Okay, so if you know who you are and I've spoken to you already, please highlight that to a coach that might not know, and they'll give you the program that I want you guys to follow there. Moving on to Fridays, we've got our Ollie clean technique work. Again, still not going crazy heavy yet. You'll probably notice from the actual rep scheme that I've given you guys, it will be slightly heavier, but again, idea is on position. We've got a whole year to start throwing big weights around, so trust in the process again, build up volume in the movements, work on your technique. Friday is also a bit of a mix and match day. We're going to be doing a lot of lower body work and upper body work together, mainly focusing on your weaknesses, which generally across the board for most of you guys and girls is upper body pulling strength. So you've got some supplementary pull-up work there, and your single leg work again will be thrown in there again just for health and longevity. Apart from that, if you have any other questions, throw them out to the coaches. They'll be able to answer them a lot more in depth than I can in the video, so I don't want to bore you too much. Saturdays are going to remain as your partner workout days, which is a bit of fun, and it kind of takes away from the monotony of some of the other stuff that we have to do and get through for the first month or two, and then we can go into some more fun stuff.